What's up, everybody? Welcome to the final round. I'm your host, Isaiah, and I'm going to be breaking down UFC 319 that literally just happened or just got over with like 20 minutes ago. Very fresh in the mind, so let's get right into it. First fight of the night, we had Joseph Morales versus Alabi Idris. Joseph Morales came in as the underdog. I picked Alabi to win this fight. I really didn't watch the tough season, so I didn't really know much about these fighters other than their fights. I was kind of picking Alabi. He was undefeated and he looked like the more better fighter on the season, but coming into this fight, Joseph Morales looked like 10 times the better fighter. He had been in the UFC before. He had fought in Figgy before. It just showed that he had the more well-rounded experience. So he really showed that in this fight and got the win via triangle choke in the second round and handed out the Idris his first loss. So very good fight by Joseph Morales. Got the tough finale winner and in the flyweight division, new guy. I kind of excited to see him win. So we'll see. Next fight we had Carini Silva versus Dione Barbosa. I picked Carini Silva to win this fight, and after that I kind of second guessed myself. I'm like, maybe Dione Barbosa could win this fight, and she almost did. It was a very close fight. Carini definitely took the first round, I think, and then uh Dione, or did I have that wrong? Carini took the third round, and Dione took the first round. And the second round was very close, and I guess they gave it to Carini. I've heard people say it was a robbery, but I don't know if it was really much of a robbery because, I mean, yeah, it was a very close fight, but in that second round, I think Carini did a bit more that gave her the nod toward the decision. So I think they got it right, picking Carini Silva. So very good win. Definitely has a lot to improve. Um, so yeah. Sorry, I'm saying I'm alone. I'm just tired. It's 1, 2 in the morning. So yeah. And before we move on to the next fight, I'm just going to give a little brief saying that Brian Brattle was on our prospect list. He is no longer on our prospect list. This bum ass motherfucker misses weight at 170 and controversially beats Randy Brown. You got karma coming to you, bro. You got karma coming to you. So missing weight twice out of the welterweight division, he gets forced to move back up to 185. What does he do? He misses weight again. How do you miss weight moving up, dude? I'm sorry, like how? Makes no sense to me how you miss weight moving up. So no, he's written off. He's no longer on our prospect list. He's a bum. He's a certified bum. I was very excited to see him versus Nursultan Ruzaboyev. So, and if we keep him on our prospect list, this will count as a loss. So, fuck you, Brian Battle. Next fight, we had Jakar Close versus Edson Barbosa. Jakar Close looked like the better striker in this matchup. Looked like the younger fighter. He was the younger fighter, only by 2 years, but Edson's age looks like he's finally kind of catching up to him. He was kind of outworked in the striking, and he trying to kind of tried to resort to the holding against the fence, holding against in the clinch, and that was where Jakar Close was better, and he was just landing the better shots. He hurt Edson a couple times, and got the good 3 round decision. Edson took a round, but I don't know. At his age, I think Edson is at that point where he needs to start considering calling it. He still has probably the will to fight, but his body just has been through so much and so much more that I think it's time for Edson Barbosa to probably hang up the gloves. But Jakar Close got a decent win over a vet. He won't be anything big in the division because he's 37 years old, but give him another vet. We'll see what he does. Yeah, good win by Jakar Close. Just look better. in the striking and in the clinch, and just ripped in better shots and more damaging shots on Edson Barbosa. And really, did well in the clinch with the foot stomps. Really, probably affected Edson a lot. And every time Edson would switch stances to try and get a body kick, Jakar would just easily slip right outside of range, so Edson couldn't get it. So, very good fight by Jakar Close. And then we got Alexander Hernandez versus Chase Hooper. I picked Chase Hooper to win this fight by submission. I've never been high on Alexander Hernandez, as always, as everybody probably, is. But he came in, um, start the round off. Chase, looked like he was using his range well, using his length, his kicks well, and really winning the first half of the round. And then the second half of the round, Alex was trying to, figure out his rhythm, figuring out his momentum, his range, and Chase was having problems landing his strikes. And then right at the end of the round, you know, off a counter shot. Sorry, my AC made a noise. Off of a counter shot, Alexander Hernandez just landed a crisp shot that put Chase Hooper down, and Alexander just started raining down shot after shot and got a TKO victory over Chase Hooper and broke Chase Hooper's current lightweight streak. So, very good win by Alexander Hernandez. Um, was seen as a prospect at some point in his career, but at this point, he is 32. He's still in his prime. But I don't know, based off who he's beaten and how he's beaten, I don't think he's ever really breaking into the top of the division. So, a good win by Alexander Hernandez, but we'll see what he does next. Then we had Lupita Godinez versus Jessica Andrade. A very good fight. Both women really wanted to win this fight. I'll rescind what I said about Jessica. She came in wanting to win this fight. I kind of, faded her, saying she doesn't really show up to win fights. She showed up for a paycheck. She wanted to win this fight. She showed it. She kept pushing forward, pushing the pace, moving forward, keeping Lupita on the back foot for most of the entire fight. And Lupita just looked good for the first two rounds and really just, pulled ahead the first two rounds enough that she kind of dropped the third round, similar like she did last time. And I think she was just a bit wary of Jessica Andrade's power and pressure because Jessica kept moving forward no matter what she got hit with, hands down, just like winging her shots as powerful as she can. And everybody knows, you get caught by one of those winging shots by Jessica Andrade, you're likely to go down. You're likely. So it was a hard fought decision for Lupita Godinez. She definitely deserves a nod. She's going to move up high in this division. I think Jessica's ranked top 5 right now. So very. Actually, let me look right now, real quick. What was Jessica Andrade ranked? Jessica Andrade. You're telling me what she's ranked? Hold on, guys. Let me figure this out. Yeah, Jessica Andrade is ranked 5 in the strawweight division. So, wow. Lupi Godinez is going to move up from 11 to 5. So, very good one by Lupi. She's going to get into the top of this division. And this division going to gain another prospect, which is what it needs. Mikhail Olejniczak versus Gerald Meerschaert. I don't know. I don't know why, but I picked Gerald Meerschaert to win this fight. Why the fuck did I pick this old man to win this fight? Alright. McCall was a faster fighter. I should have known this. I still don't like McCall. I don't think he's gonna be anything big just because you change gyms to the Fighting Nords and you beat an old man in Gerald and a dumbass and Shajikas dumbass doesn't mean you're gonna be anything good. And I still don't think he's gonna be anything good. And I think even though he got a good win, just his striking looked more faster, more crisper, and really hurt Gerald anytime it hit him. and just put him down in the first round. And not much to say other than he looked, faster and his striking looked better. And yeah, good win by Oleksiejczuk, but definitely once he gets to the elite, more elite fighters, he can get knocked out again. This dude got quit in him, 100%. Bisanger Sushko versus Eric and Nolan. This was a very last minute fight. I never broke it down because added 4 days notice. Literally, Sursukayev fought on the Contender Series last week and got a short notice fight against Eric Nolan and came into this fight very cocky, and saying he's gonna take this guy out easy, make it look easy, and came in cocky, and Eric showed him, humbled him a little bit, hurt him bad at the end of the first round. It kind of looked like Sushko was wobbling back to his corner, but he recovered well in the corner, came out hard in the second round, and eventually got to Eric Nolan's back, and as you see, got a rear naked choke in, and got the submission in round two, and good win by Sushko. Um, going off a win on the Contender Series, and then 4 days later getting a win in your debut fight. That's impressive, dude. That's very impressive. And even though he is Khamzat's buddy, I think Sushko is going to be very exciting to watch in the future. Honestly, if you want to give him easy fight, give him another name. Give him Sidrigas Dumbass if he can make it to a fight. But Sushko will finish him within 1 round. I guarantee you that. Moving on to the main card, we had Tim Elliott versus Kai Asakura. I picked out Kai going in this fight. I said he was going to be able to knock out Tim Elliott probably with a flying knee. He attempted a flying knee in this fight, but missed it completely. And Tim Elliott's awkward style really just threw Kai off. And then, in that first round, Tim Elliott's got a takedown, held Kai for the rest of the round. And it was like 1 minute left in the round, 1 minute 30 or something, and just held Kai for the rest of the round. And after that, and going to the second round, Kai looked hesitant as all hell. Didn't commit to any strike, just moved on the back foot. Tim was starting to land his shots, and then eventually, got Kai back to the ground, and there was like a lot of time left at this point, and eventually just got to the mount, got a only one in arm, got the neck in, like about to guillotine with one arm in, and then eventually got the other arm, and then got to tap in the second round, and it was a very good win by Tim Elliott. After almost 2 years out, got a win, and this guy deserves it after all he's been through. But we gotta have a real talk about Kai Asakura and how good he actually is, because yeah, you can win all these fights in Rising, but none of those guys are really taking him down and threatening there on the ground. So I think he has nothing in terms of an answer for anything ground game related. He wants, you to stand in front of him so he can plant his feet and throw these hard strikes. And in MMA, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, especially in this day and age where all these new up and coming guys, not Tim Elliott, but all these new up and coming guys are very well rounded in all aspects of the game. And I don't think Kai Asakura can hang with any of those guys. Maybe you give him an old veteran bum who doesn't have any wrestling, then yeah, maybe he can beat him. But he's going to have to fight unranked fighters. Why did we give this to a debut title fight? He did not deserve it whatsoever, and it's proven. I did say coming into this fight, Tim Elliott could win because what has Kai done in the UFC? Dude's done nothing now other than get choked out twice. Right? Maybe he's not cut for the UFC, but we'll see what he does next. Good win by Tim Elliott. He's still a veteran of the game, pioneer of the sport, and he's still getting wins. So, yeah, good win. Huh. Thirsty as all hell. MVP versus Jared Cannonier. Very a good fight. MVP did what he did best for the first two rounds. Really just pulled the head on the points. Very point heavy fighter. Um, Showboated a lot. Looked like he hurt Jared twice. Once in the first and once in the second, but really it was kind of Jared getting off balance. With the blitzing in that MVP likes to do, it just caught get Jared off guard and made him fall to the ground. So it really wasn't much of hurting Jared in terms of that, but more so of Jared got caught off guard and just fell. But he really MVP pulled ahead the first two rounds, really got him to that really got him the victory because in the third round he attempted a stupid Superman punch and Jared took advantage of that, took him to the ground, and just held him down on the ground for the entire round. Then took that round from MVP because on the ground we've seen as before and still to this day, if MVP's on his back, he can't get up. I'm sorry, he really can't get up. But he did enough in the first two rounds to get him the fight and got another win at middleweight. So we'll see what he does next. We'll see if they give him a middleweight or a welterweight fight. But good win by him. He's still an exciting guy to fight as long as he's not fighting a wrestler. But at this point, he turns everybody he fights into a wrestler because he confuses everybody on the feet. He's too fast, too slick. And you saw that in that fight. He was dodging shot after shot from Jared and just making Jared look like a slow old man. And good win by MVP. Yeah, see what he does. Carlos Prates versus Jeff Neal. We said this was going to be exciting, and boy, was it exciting. Only lasted one round. Very pressure heavy fight. Jeff Neal was moving forward for the first like half of the round, really landing his shots. And then right after that, Carlos started getting more comfortable, getting his rhythm, finding his mark, landing his shots. Started throwing the knee up to the middle that really started affecting Jeff. Started landing some good body shots that affected Jeff as well. And then nearly right at the end of the round, threw a spinning back elbow that landed on the side of Jeff's head, and Jeff crumbled. They stopped the fight at 4 minutes and 59 seconds of round number one. Literally 1 second left, and Carlos knocked this dude out. The same thing he did to Neil Magny, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that fight ended at 4 minutes 59 seconds of round one. But no, Carlos Prato is real fucking deal, dude. Yeah, he did lose to Ian Gary, but Ian Gary is really, really good. As much as we don't like him, Ian Gary is, one of the best welterweights in the world right now. But Carlos Prates looked really fucking good, dude. Just, that finish looked really good, and it cut Jeff's head completely open. It was a nasty KO, and that's another 50K bonus for Carlos. And I already saw he was smoking cigs at the post-fight presser. So this dude's unreal, and I'm very excited to see what he fights. Like he called out Leon Edwards. He wants to fight on the UFC video card on October 11th. Dana said you can. But we'll see if he fights Leon because Leon is low-key an English pussy who won't fight. But a good win by Carlos Prates. And also, speaking of the English, Aaron fucking Pico got put to fucking sleep in the first round by Lerone Murphy. Lerone Murphy finally got that statement fucking win that people see that are gonna realize, holy shit, this guy is the real deal. This guy is the real fucking deal. This fight ended was shorter than the Carlos Prates fight. This was ended at 3 minutes and 21 seconds of round number one. Starting this fight, Pico was very pressure heavy, like keeping the pressure on Murphy, just pushing him against the fence, trying to land his shots, trying to land some takedowns. Landed well. Murphy was landing some decent shots, timing his shots, landing a decent elbow that hurt Pico. But Lerone just analyzing, getting his rhythm, figuring out Pico's game, and then landing another spinning back elbow knocked Pico completely out cold. Bellator fighters debuting this year are 0-3. Holy fucking shit. Bellator was ass, dude. Bellator was ass. Because, holy shit, that was fucking insane. It happened just recently. Happened like 2 hours ago or something. Aaron Pico died 2 hours ago. And honestly, dude, Ron Murphy, with how, who knows where Motivar is right now. He's injured, pulled out. Ron Murphy should be next for Volkanovski. They should fight in January or December, and that'll be a great fight. And the Ron Murphy can win that fight. And based off this, people are going to take him seriously now. People will realize he's the real deal. And he's been the real deal for a while, but no one's taking him seriously. And people are going to take him seriously now. So, very, very good win by Ron Murphy. And honestly, the fact that he was an underdog coming into this fight was fucking unreal and honestly crazy. Honestly, it was the easiest underdog play of the night because he made me some good money. Easiest underdog of the night. You don't bet. You don't make Aaron Pico, a debuting fighter from Bellator, the favorite after you've seen what Bellator has done this year. All right? Fucking use your head, Vegas. Come on. Khamzat Chimaev has beaten Dricus du Plessis and has now become the middleweight champion in a very underwhelmingly dominant decision. And what you see right here is basically what happened for the majority of the fight. Dricus just showed no answer to be able to get off the ground. As soon as Hamza got him down, just had the control, knew where to control him, knew how to control him. Literally got Dricus in a crucifix almost every single round, and that's insane. And Dricus just could not get up off the ground whatsoever. He tried, but Hamza's control was just too much, and he got a 50-44 unanimous across all judges' scorecards. And now he's the middleweight champion. That's crazy. Very underwhelmingly disappointing main event after the whole card was pretty good. But honestly, I kind of expected this, but good win by Hamza. The division is wide open. There's a lot of prospects. The division's hot. As long as Hamza can remain active, can be an active champ, fight more than once a fucking year, I'll be happy. Because then you don't stall the division. You can't stall the division fighting once in a year if you're a champion. You should be stripped at that point. But if Hamza can fight more than once a year, okay, I will tune in. I'm going to tune in regardless, but I will criticize him. Let's see if he can fight more than once a year. But he got a good dominant decision over Dricus and is now the middleweight champion of the world. And yeah, not much else to say. I'd like to see him against RDR or Fluffy. There's also Emma Mob and Morallo. He has a lot of people he can fight. And I think RDR or Fluffy can give him the most problems based off their ground game. And Fluffy's cardio is insane, so maybe he has a chance, but we'll see. Um, Decent fight. Good one by Hamzat. We'll see what he does next. Probably fights the winner of Imamov versus Borallo. He said he wants to fight in Abu Dhabi. We'll see, but yeah, a good win by him. But pay attention to any future UFC breakdown videos I will be doing and to the future UFC events. Next week we got UFC Shanghai, Walker versus Zhang. That's early in the morning. Pay attention to that early start time. Prelims start at 3 a.m., 6 a.m. for the main card. Then we got Imamov and Borallo, Lopez and Silva, which is Noche, Ubog versus Reyes, UFC 320, which I will be working on a promo video for that, so pay attention to that. UFC Brazil, Oliveira and Fiziev. UFC Vancouver, and then UFC 321 Aspinall versus Gane. So pay attention to any of those future videos and any other future videos me and Jake post to the channel. But that is going to do it for this video. I'm tired as shit. It's like 2:30 in the morning. So it's gonna do it for this video. So thank you all for watching. Like the video, leave a comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Anything is appreciated. And remember, all the greatest fighters leave it all in the final round. Peace.